So I started this over on my IG and decided to come over on my YouTube anyway because IG be blocking my videos and whatever. But anywho, um, I was just saying that I was doing some reflections on how my life has drastically changed since this year began in ways that I didn't expect, I didn't even think was an option. Like, I don't know how the fuck I got here, but here I am. Seriously. Seriously. It was a whole lot of it was a whole lot of shit that got me here. Supernatural shit, shit in the physical that I couldn't explain, cause what the fuck, like everything just is what it is essentially. And it is what it is. Like, it's life, right? What you gonna do but live it? What you gonna do but live it and learn from each thing? Like, I haven't been hit I don't think like since I was a late teenager, or maybe probably the last time when me and my girl had got drunk. Well, we had got drunk and I slapped my girl because did she call me a bitch? She might have said I don't know what she did, but and I slapped her and she slapped my ass right back. And then I started to punch her and then we just like, I was just like, I had that moment where I was thinking like, if I punch her, it's gonna get here. Then it'd be like all blown up for nothing. Like I played the whole scene and it just wasn't worth it because like, that was my boo. And so we end up laughing it off and again and then I got too drunk and she freaking took care of me that night from what I remember from, you know, that's what was told to me. But I I got hit. Like I got attacked by the same fucking scum. Like that same fucking bloodline. Like for whatever reason, they was allowed back up here. Like they was allowed up here. Them niggas belong in the fucking dirt, the trash, not even the earth. Like they just fucking belong in the I don't know. And some shit that happened so much. Like escalated her ass up here to my shit to where she could harm me. And the first thing I thought was like, oh hell no, never again. I assessed that situation and I was like, this went wrong, that went wrong, that went wrong. Never do that shit again. Remember this, back up, blah 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 blah. Like, okay, check. Let me reach out to you because this is what I need to make sure that this shit don't happen again, and this is what I need over here. And like I went back into what my warrior mode, and I'm just like, damn, I'm 42. 42, and in all the years of the internet, I ain't never been in no fight put on the internet, but they took some videos, so I'm pretty sure that it's probably out there somewhere. And, It's just like, is what it is until it ain't no more. And at the end of the day, I'm like, it's me. It's me, Nikki. It's me, Darian. Like, damn, somebody looked at me so much in some type of way that they thought that I deserved that. She had help. She didn't get to me by her fucking self. She had the United States government behind her. She probably had the fucking black church behind her. She probably had some of my enemies behind her, the police. Whoever I pissed off, whoever I spoke out about, I feel like she had them behind her. One of their representatives, which is what it is, but like, how the fuck did she get to me? And even if I'm gonna learn the lessons, I'm gonna try to figure that fucking shit out as a puzzle, because that's just how my fucking head work. I can't not, like, even if I gotta figure that shit out. To make sure, like, I can't even help but figure it out. Like, my brain just work like that. It's gonna keep running back. It's gonna keep running through all the pieces of the puzzle to how the fuck we got here. Because, like, I came home from out the country the end of June. I was fucking battling back and forth with the phone company about my phone bills, about having people that I consider family on my phone bill, and wondering how I got left with a bill. Like, all this shit, but that was it. I was working. I was trying to figure out how to get the fuck back up out of here. Talking to, like, got back into working out on my own schedule in my apartment. Connected with the guy that I met on the line that I had loved for years, and I hadn't fucking talked to in like a year or so. Like, I hadn't reached out to him. I hadn't talked to him. Going through that whole thing, and deciding. Well, I didn't know if I was going. Well, at this point, it was going to either be we was going to end up in physically together, or if I was going to shake his ass loose. This was my last round, whether I knew it or not. And he was saying all the right stuff. He wasn't moving. It was just like, okay. And I'm just thinking about, like, how life was, and how before I left to go to Jamaica, to Georgia, so I can go to Jamaica, like, I had a vision about a stolen inheritance from my grandfather. And of course, the only grandfather I think about is James Jones, because regardless of whatever else happened, like, that was the grandfather that I knew and remembered and called my grandfather, right? Like, and now I also remember in this moment that bitch Yvonne Jones, I loved her father too, but I don't think he was her father. I think he was like a stepfather or something. But he was another war vet, and he liked to cook just like my grandfather. And when I used to go over to her mother's house, that used to be my little refuge. I would cook in the kitchen with my grandfather. That was my grandfather at the time, and whatever. And would talk to him and all of that from the time I was lit, because I was over there from 9 to 14. So that means I left in 96. Anywho, but that was the only grandfather I could think of. Like, okay, but like, what I was supposed to do with it? And then he gave me I was given a whole fucking story and background and everything, and I heard it, and I'm like, all right, well. Then I immediately called my Eric Jones, the man that was supposed to be my first father, and I'm just like, hey, Did your siblings steal my money? Did my granddad leave me an inheritance and they stole it? Well, I called his sister first. I ain't even asked her. She was all weird. That shit was weird as hell. She was acting so. She ain't never act like that. I knew something was off. And my intuition, my instincts was just on high. But all I did was ask her for her brother's number. And I called him, and even he was all heightened and shit. And I'm like, hey, did my grandfather leave me some money that y'all stole? Like, did you steal from me? Did y'all steal my money? Like, did he leave me something that y'all stole? And he like, they stole from me too. Yeah, he was like, yeah, they stole from me too. It's okay. It's just money. It's just money. They gonna get what they gonna get what they deserve. I'm like, no, it ain't just money. Like, it is, but if it was mine, it's fucking mine. It ain't no they gonna, like, no, I want what's mine if he left me some money. Like, all this time, I love my grandfather. And I wondered if he loved me back, because he ain't leave me nothing. It wasn't about the money or anything at all. It just was what it was. But I was like, dang, like, he ain't leave me his Bible. I knew his Bible was special. It was ancient. It was an heirloom. And I'm pretty sure it was, well, I don't even know if I should say that online, but like, it was an ancient heirloom. And I'm just like, okay. Like, it wasn't about, but it was like anybody else. And then everybody was always talking about like he was broke, when he died or whatever. So that was fine. But I had been getting little messages from ancestors from my grandfather about a stolen inheritance for like I don't know, for about months at this time, just little messages here and there. And it just was what it was. Like, I didn't know what to do with it. And then I also had ended up earlier than the summer, like when I got back, probably like Labor Day. Labor Day, I met with Charlotte's mom, which is my maternal grandmother. And I'm just like, because I wanted to know our family history. I wanted to know the family tree, because anytime I ask questions, that's why I don't come around. I don't really deal with nobody. Like, I talk to Charlotte every blue moon, because I be trying to, as a woman, I'm just like, okay, like, I don't really know what happened, because nobody want to talk about what happened. As a woman that came from the same family we came from, and remember the same shit that we went through, like, and looking around, I see, and just from a couple things you done told me, like, shit, I see I was just one moment away from being you. So, like, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with that. I got compassion for you for that, because, like, as a woman and as a black woman and as a black woman that has lived in this family and experienced some things and looking around and seeing in the hood, like, damn, like, I get why you some of the way that you are. Like, I don't take that shit personal. I think I didn't take that personal from the beginning. Like, that ain't my shit, it's your shit. But I can see why you that way, so I don't really, like, we ain't friends. I don't really like you. I don't really like you. Like, if we wasn't connected by you being Charlotte or supposed to be my mom, probably wouldn't talk to you. But some part of me feel like my kids deserve to have an opportunity to have you in their life if you gon' fucking be growing and evolving and healing, and like, I don't know, because that's gonna be up to their father too. Like, I'm just sitting here trying to figure out, like, what to do. So I'll call you every once in a while, but I don't want to talk to you a lot. It's too much. My sister was in some shit. Like, my sister was in some shit. One of my old girls was in some shit. Well, when I was in Costa Rica right before I came home, everybody going through some shit. And everybody calling me, and I'm like, I'm in Costa Rica. The most I can do is what I can do while I'm here, and that's it. So when I come home, my sister's like, I want you to come to court with me, because you can translate some of the information. So I'm going to court with her. I'm trying to, like, tell her what's being said and give her advice. I'm asking a lawyer what I can, and then I'm trying to listen, and I'm trying to be helpful, because that's just who I am. Like, hey, but I'm also trying to be honest. Like, if you did this, like you gotta do something with that. Like I don't. This is from what you information that I'm being given. This is how I feel about it. Like this is my thoughts. This is my opinion, and like that you could figure it out. So that was that. Um, and I don't even. So when I came back home, it was like both of the Tiffany's. Tiff was going through some stuff because she lost her dude by a hit and run. She called and told me, and my little sister, also Tiffany, aka Carmela, was going through some shit because she was in an accident and some shit happened and she had to be responsible for it. So it was like I'm living both sides of the equation. As the person in the middle, I'm seeing both, and I'm just trying to be as supportive as I can. I'm sitting on this line with this man that I love, and I'm trying to like, well, it ain't no trying. I always just let the energy flow wherever it's gonna go, whatever that's gonna be. I'm pretty, I'm pretty fluent because that's just who I am. Like I flow. I'm an air sign all through and through. Air all through and through this my fucking chart. So I'm like, okay, so we go into this, now we coming into fall. We're going back and forth. My sister gets sentenced in October, and I'm sitting up there, trying to be fair. I'm writing her, I'm trying to be fair. I'm giving her messages, and, at the end of the day, I was like, I ain't about to be writing no more, but I'm trying to get her a box and whatever until she can, like, for the next couple months, because I'm about to pull back. I'm about to go to Jamaica. I'm about to do whatever. Most of my budget is going through this shit. Like, even though I'm working and I wrote out this budget of stuff that I could do because I had all this much money that I was going to be working and bringing in, like, I'm trying to figure it out why I ain't got no fucking money. Like, all this shit keep going to this phone bill. Why am I spending so much money on this phone bill, and why y'all can't take this equipment off my phone bill that don't belong to me? Like, my phone bill is too much. What's happening? And just like taking it all and saying some stuff and just fucking managing life, because that's what I do, right? Take a quick trip to Niagara Falls with the girls. And that was probably like the first time we had been together, and all three of us, in a while. Because when I was going abroad, ain't nobody really, well, outside of when all this shit happened, nobody was really calling me for real. Till I got to Costa Rica and everybody life was happening to them. Then people was calling me. But beside that, I got a couple phone calls when I was in Madagascar, but other than that, for like 99.99% phone, my fucking phone would stay dry, which was normal for me. It is what it is. Like, people gonna do what they want to do with their time, and that's just what it is. And that's technically how it should be, right? You should be able to do what you want to. You should do what you want to do with your time. Don't nobody owe you anything. I think the more we remember that, then shit, we have a lot less stuff. And I knew that eventually that shit wouldn't be okay, but it was okay when it was okay, and I didn't have anything else that I wanted to do for real. So, I mean, I had a lot of stuff that I wanted to do, but it's like, I had been around other women. I seen how they talked about each other. I seen what they did for conversation. I seen they did for entertainment. I didn't want to. I wasn't looking for no new friends. Like, I don't go looking for people. I don't go looking for no man. I don't go looking for no friend. Like, I guess I'm just like, your energy, like, if you authentically in yourself, your shit gonna pull in whatever it's gonna pull in. I had started a whole bunch of dating sites across the realms. Like, I just didn't never really go on them for real. I met I met my one dude, Canada. That's what we used to call. That's what I used to refer to him and everybody else, Canada. A couple people knew his name was Marcus, but Marcus was from Canada, so called his ass Canada. To them, like, you know, and then sometimes I'll be saying like Marcus or whatever, and I have to be like, but I just always assumed. I don't even know why I started to say like not racing Marcus, like my Marcus, Canada, because somebody must have asked me something about like what Marcus, like racing. I'm like, no, why would you think no Marcus, my Marcus, Canada. And then that would be it. So then sometimes I would, depending on like, it would be like I would get an energy, and I'd just be like, my Marcus, not like why y'all think I'm. Why would it be Ray Sain's Marcus? I don't understand. Like no, my Marcus, Canada. But anywho, I'm, we on this thing figuring it out because I'm telling him like, hey, I ain't doing this. I ain't about to be doing this for too much longer. So you're gonna have to figure out whatever you're gonna figure out. And I'm always understanding, and that's who I am. Like I ain't doing nothing different, but being me, I'm special. I'm considerate. I'm whatever, and I'm a whole fucking garden that you ain't tending to. And I've been real patient and real understanding, and I hear everything you saying and all that, and you know, my mind, just the way my mind works, I'm looking at all the situations, and I'm like, all right, I'm accepting it because like it's acceptable until it ain't. Like this is what it is until it ain't. But I'm trying to keep telling you that it ain't about to be what it is, and it's already okay because I done already told you multiple times that like although I love you, I love me more. Like at any time that this get to a place where I feel like you take it, where I'm giving way too much more than I can handle, or if I start feeling some type of way about myself or for you, because I don't even want to hate you. Like I love you, although it's whatever. This, you know, I'll be frustrated. Like, but this shit, I guess, in this time we just figuring this shit out so that we ain't gotta figure it out later. Like, I don't mind sitting on this connection and doing all that shit right here until you know it's time to walk up off of this and walk into the physical. That's kind of where I felt. That's how I felt with it. Like it wasn't no big deal. It wasn't like I mean, I wasn't doing anything because it wasn't nothing for me to do. Like, it was a rarity that I came across anybody that I wanted in my time and energy, and he was, but I wasn't like just sitting at home waiting for nobody. No, I was sitting at home because my ass was sitting at home. Either I just preferred to be at home. I ain't had no money, like, or I just preferred to be at home. Every time I'm outside, I'm spending money. Shit, I gotta work for my money. Like, if I don't really want to spend too much energy at work, so or time, because time is equal to energy and time. So that means I'm gonna be real careful with what the fuck I spend my money on. And some stuff I just don't care about. Like materialism isn't a good big thing for me. Clothes I don't really care about, and then how much your clothes be costing, I'll be like, ooh, like back when we had the Dillard's outlet, or when I had Charlotte Roots and all that stuff, like I could find quality clothes and clothes that I wanted to pay for. And now I'll be like looking at that shit and I'll be like, I don't want to spend my money. I don't care if it is only $10, $20. Why this shirt costing me $20 for this? Like, no, I'll wear what I got in my closet. Like, that's just how I was. It wasn't like, nigga, I make the clothes. I'm beautiful because I'm fucking beautiful. Like, not because I got this on, not because I got that on, not because you think my hair ain't done. Like, do you see me? Do you feel my energy when I walk in the room? Do you not? I'm beautiful. I don't care. Like, nothing else. I don't care about nothing else nobody got to say to me. I don't care. Nobody shit. Like, I know who I am. I know what I see when I look in the mirror. I see beauty. I see Nikki. I see me. And these days, I see Darian. Because my body has shifted dramatically. I'm like, okay. And it was a couple times where I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh, you too little. You too little. And after my attack, I had that thought. I was like, this is a total different body I gotta get. I gotta get to know. Because, like, I got attacked. And she got the victory. For her. She got her whatever she thinks is a victory. Like, and yes, it was an attack. And yes, it was a multiple of them. And yes, they were way big. And yes, she snuck me and all that other stuff. But in my mind, that shit do not matter. Because I done fought off more. That's the same shit you did the first time. You attacked me, you snuck me, I fucking got your ass down. Like, I just wasn't ready. I wasn't expecting it. Who knew that I still had to be looking out for like that shit? That shit boggles my mind. Cause that means that nobody around me, well shit ain't nobody around me but me. And I'm even like, I mean anybody that was around me, I don't want around me no more. No more ever again. Cause that shit got to me. And even now, like, besides a couple text messages, a couple inboxes, like this shit is still what it is. So that means I've been pissing a lot of people off about what I've been writing about what I've been talking about, or sharing, especially probably the church, about God, and I don't care. I do not care. I don't give a fuck about what nobody else think about me and my words at this point in time. Especially anything about no fucking religion. Fuck your fucking religion. Because of my words about the God that I fucking read about and discovered about and went through a relationship with and went looking for and went seeking answers for and courted and had an intimate relationship with, and you know, my fucking relationship. Because regardless of what you think, whatever any of you motherfuckers in the church think, anybody in religions think, like, God is fucking personal. God is personal to all of us. You don't get to just decide how somebody can have a relationship or how they can talk or what they, that's between me and God. And some of you niggas trying to prove a point and decided that this was God teaching me a lesson. Nigga, fuck you and that nigga that you serving. Because that nigga ain't shit, just like I've been saying, if that's the case. Like, if that's what we doing, shit. Then that means that you just proving my words correctly. And that whatever that's being, whatever that portrait that y'all been worshiping, and that energy that y'all done ciphered all into y'all and channeled all into y'all all these years, y'all been praying and asking for his Holy Ghost, whatever the fuck that meant, to come into y'all, all that stuff, whatever spiritual shit y'all going to, that's the whatever plantation owner, slave owner, because that's what that shit look like these days when I look at it from this perspective. And if that little shit that came to me was anyway connected to y'all and to the church and to what it is, but it is by way of its mama, even if just its mama, because its mama was so connected to the church in that capacity. So if that's what we going at, then I guess I'm fucking right. And every time I think about that shit, it just remind me of like how I'm trying to get away from this God. I've been away from that God. That's just, it's so parallel to my relationship with the Christian church and God. Like, I ain't been, me and God ain't to that, me and that version of God, me and that God ain't been talking in a long time. Like, I don't mess with him. I broke up with, like, we broke up. I broke up with him, kept moving. I was like, you know what? The more I read, the more this ain't it for me. This ain't it. But I thought we decided collectively, ain't no thought, like we decided collectively that we agreed that that shit was not it for me. So who the fuck trying to make him it for me? Or did like he get mad? Was he two-faced too? I guess so. He went back and said like something different. Like, I don't know. This shit is wild in my head, man. This spiritual warfare, huh? Y'all want to talk about spiritual? Well, let's get fucking spiritual then. Let me paint a spiritual ass fucking picture through my words. Because I got a book in which I ain't published and I will now, maybe just because it's like intimacy with God, and it just, or whatever, and it just goes into such this intimate thing. And at the end of the day, that's how it should be, because that's me as God. But that was when I was under the Christian church, because I did receive a message that you give credit to whatever God you was under when you was asking for stuff and got your prayers answered and stuff. And so I'm gonna pay homage because I learned a lot. I went through that shit, and took out some shit that I wanted, asked a bunch of questions, did a bunch of studying, implemented some things that I wanted, took some more shit, gave a whole lot of shit back, had a conversation with God and Jesus, and was like, look, on my last exploration, this is what I discovered, this is where I'm at right now. Y'all been with me, we've been sitting in this department for a long time by ourselves now. Ain't nobody calling, ain't nobody talking to us, and whatever. Like, we've been reading and we've been studying and and at this point, we just been doing a lot of compressing, a lot of thinking, because like, I done took that road trip to Vegas. That was some spiritual shit. Like, we was coming up out of some stuff. I done came back. I done went to Vegas and found out that the pastor at the Church of the Four Winds was dogging the fuck out of my name for no reason. That's what I was told. I'm like, damn, I ain't even here. But okay, saying that I ain't asked for permission to go to Vegas. Who's supposed to ask anybody for some damn permission? I don't ask nobody for no permission to do what the fuck I want to do with my life. I told you I was moving. And like, luckily I was felt like I was being considered enough to ask you if you had any thoughts about it. I ain't have to do that. And I ain't have to do nothing else. And then come to find out that his wife, the prophet, was trying to get my friend to get me to stay, using her gift to try to get my friend to tell me that, like, it ain't what God told me to do and I should stay. She's trying to get my friend to use, she was trying to use her spiritual gifts to manipulate and get my friend to lie, like, as the wife of the pastor and as the prophets of the church. And my friend told me that shit at the time. She was like, Carter told me that, she was like, she wanted me to tell you to stay, and I told her we don't do that. You supposed to do what make you happy, and that's what you said you supposed to do. Like, that's what you supposed to do. That's what Nikki do. She knew when she supposed to. Well, nobody's supposed to tell Nikki what to do. She's supposed to choose what she heard, and that's what she heard. How you gonna try to tell me to tell her that she did? No, I ain't doing that. So I left. And they started talking shit about me or whatever. So much so that shit got back to me in Vegas. I wasn't even there no more. And then when I came home, it was still some more shit. And then the one time I finally went into church, because I wasn't learning from him, I just hadn't been to church yet. So when I got to the church, the pastor calls me to his office after, singing and all the stuff that I actually enjoy, because I said that that's what I enjoy. And in one of them online things where they asked you what's your favorite part of church, and I said the entertainment. And then anything after that is a waste of time, for real. And that's what I meant. So anywho, after the entertainment, he calls me to his office, and then he tries to tell me, he starts spitting all kind of nonsense at me, talking to me like he lost his fucking mind. And I let him talk. He got all that shit out his mouth, calling me whatever the fuck he felt like he wanted to call, say whatever the fuck he wanted to say. Just like the last fucking nigga that did that. Just like the last pastor. Like, y'all niggas ain't changed nothing. Like, I done came across some whole denominations, couple more years, like, all y'all niggas is the same. Who the fuck do you think you pimping? You don't get to talk to me like that, nigga. Fuck you. And that's pretty much, essentially, that's kind of the conversation we had. But I'm nice. I'm kind. I'm considerate. I'm a little respectful until you be disrespectful. And then I'm still respectful in a very respectful ass way. So I don't gotta do all that. Like, you don't fucking talk to me like that. You ain't my fucking daddy. And I don't care what you think about that nigga, because I ain't figured it out yet either. But you ain't him. You don't get to talk to me like that, because you the fucking pastor. And you really don't get to tell me, because now you done told me I don't get to come in this church. I know who the fuck you think you are, but you ain't God. And I can come in here if I fucking want to. Actually, don't worry about it, because you're going to feel all that and whatever else I said. But I was kind about it because I was in church. And then I went and I think I sat down because like my kids that I had brought was having a good time. And I had Chrissy kids with me actually, I think. Yep, I had Chrissy kids, Chrissy and Muhammad kids and they grandkids. They was having a good time. And I don't know if anybody could hear us from the office. I have no idea. Sat down. And then he commenced to get in the pulpit and talk like all kind of shit about me. That was so obvious that it was about me. And that shit was funny to me. And I think at some point I got up and I walked out. Or maybe I did, and I don't care. I sat there and listened to that shit because that shit said more about him than me. To me, because I ain't even realize it until like some point in the sermon he had to get so obvious. I was like, oh, so you doing that too? Check, check, check. Like this all the shit. This all the shit that other one did when he got mad. This is what y'all do, huh? Clarence got mad at me. He used to be preaching and saying shit through the pulpit, and sometimes I caught it, sometimes I didn't, because I did not care about nobody being mad, because, like, I checked you and let you know that you ain't who you think you are. Why would you think that that was okay for you to do some shit like that just because you think you a pastor? You don't get to talk to nobody like that, especially not me. I don't give a fuck how your wife let you talk to her, or how anybody else let you talk to him. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. I'm gonna let you talk however the fuck you want to. I ain't about to just say nothing. And sometimes I will, sometimes it depends. Like, but that energy, I don't know who the fuck he thought he was. I did not care. And then I walked out and I never went back. Again, that was it. Like, I never thought about them again. It was not a part of my damn life. And that's just kind of how I work. When I decide that I'm done with somebody or something, I'm done with it. Like, it don't hold no more space in my damn being, in my memory or anything. I mean, I guess I can remember it if I have to. Like, I can call it to memory, but like, ain't no point. It's a whole lot of life to live. It's a whole lot of memories to make. Why hold on to some shit that don't matter no more? Them niggas, none of that shit behind me mattered anymore. That's just how I operate. But apparently, that shit mattered to a whole lot of people. I'm just like, okay, reverse, reverse, reverse. Where the fuck was I at the beginning of all this year when all this shit started happening to me? Okay, so I'm getting the grandfather messages, for the ancestor messages from the beyond, from the spirit realm about a stolen inheritance. I call these and this shit suspicious, and my dad tell me, yeah, well, he ain't my dad. I don't call him my dad, but like my old, Eric Jones. He was the first one. He was the first or the second father that was supposed to be the father that ended up, you know, trying to have sex with me or was almost gonna rape me one day. And I tried to forgive him and I put it in the book. I told him I was gonna put it in the book. He gave me permission to put it in the book. He said he did it. He deserved to freaking deal with whatever consequences is. But he probably knew there wasn't nobody. He probably already knew there wasn't nobody gonna believe in that book, or that he was going to use his influences or somebody influence to make sure it never got out, or whatever it is, because my book was doing real good for a minute and then it wasn't, and that's fine, like, whatever. So I'm trying to get information from my maternal grandmother about our family tree and history, and that shit turned to shit and can't get no more information. And I'm just like, and then the information that was given, it was like, oh, here's a tidbit, and if you do this, nigga, I ain't doing that. Like, I ain't about to put up no fight to get no kind of land or nothing for nobody and then divvy out between everybody else. Like, I ain't doing that. I just want the information from my heritage anyway. Like, who I'm supposed to be connected to. And that's all the information she gave me, guess was the only information she was going to give me, because I wasn't going to do nothing for her. And that's fine. Like, I don't care. Then, like, Charlotte called me and she just like, she had a dream, and my grandfather told her to tell her this was the second dream she had, and like she don't want no ghost coming to her because that ain't what she do. So she was gonna listen this time and tell me that it was my grandfather, and like he was telling me about the inheritance and whatever. And I'm like, which grandfather? And she said, or I said something like my granddad Jones or whatever. I said. She was like, yeah. She was like, he belonged them, but like he had money. Don't let them tell you that he ain't had no damn money. Your grandfather was smart as hell and blah 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 blah. I think she said something about the numbers and like something else. And she was just like, your grandfather had a lot of property and a lot of like, he ain't broke. But I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that, and I don't trust her either. And then was what it was, and then like a couple days later, I got that fucking vision, and then like more information was coming. And I just called her and I was like, "Hey, is my grandfather really my father? Did you have?" I was like, "I'm only gonna ask this one time, and whatever. Like, if you lie to me, I'm gonna hang up and never, talk to you again. Don't lie to me. Just answer the truth, like." Because I'm getting a lot of messages and I don't understand what goes where. Like, is my grandfather my father? Like, did you sleep with my grandfather? Because some of these messages is coming out. Like, I don't understand it, but that just seemed like that just hit me and it fit in the puzzle. So if it ain't, then it ain't. But and then she got mad and offended and she was like, nah, that's nasty, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, fine. Like, it wasn't rubbing in my spirit to be true, but I don't tell nobody their truth. And then she just kept going, and that's what was it. She told me whatever the last shit she said to me, and I was like, oh, okay. And I don't even know what else, and I just hung up the phone, and I deleted her number on my phone. And then, but a couple of days prior to that, my sister, locked up, she in prison, and I think Charlotte had said something about her dad or something, or something. I was just like talking to my sister. Something got said, and I was just like, hey. So Charlotte's father was alive all this time, and she's supposed to have been a daddy's girl, and all this and all this and all this. So like, why I ain't never meet my grandfather from that side? So you met him? Carmela like, yeah, I met him. He was cool, and this and that, and blah blah blah, and just talk about it. So I'm like, so for some reason. Now I got a couple grandfather messages coming in talking about being poisoned and all this other stuff. But like, okay, spirit realm, y'all coming too fast. It's coming too many. It's coming too much. I don't know where to put stuff at. But all right, so now I know that I had another grandfather that was alive until a couple years ago. And all the time that I kind of came around, like, nobody told me. And this grandfather, one of these grandfathers that's reaching out, keeps saying that he kept waiting for me, and they kept telling him, like, somebody trying to tell me their story, but it's a couple different stories, and I can't put the puzzle pieces together because they don't come all in one story all the time. So now y'all don't say shit. Y'all always keeping secrets and trying to hold on to y'all shit that I probably don't even care about, like, and it only make it more suspicious because y'all just so, like, no. I don't talk to nobody. It's too much, and it was too much energy. Like, I ain't really been around the family since I was in my 20s. Earlier in my 20s. Like, I came, I saw, I conquered. My Uncle Cordell died. And that's probably for real when I stopped coming around. I was there for Cordell. Like, Cordell kept me around. He was the life of the damn party. That was my uncle. I really got tapped into the LGBT community. He took me to the bars. He used to have the parties. I would bring some of my friends along too. Like, everybody loved my fucking uncle. He had that contagious ass energy. One of the last conversations we had, he called me to thank me. He called me to thank me for just being me, for loving him, for not being all up in his business and prying. And he was just like, that's what I love about you. Like, you allow me to come to you and talk to you. Everybody else just got to be figuring shit out. They trying to figure shit out for their own benefit, their own shit. Like, they just be pretty ass Pooh Bear, pretty ass Darian, who just You just let people be. And that's why they hate your ass so much. Everybody want a piece of you, and you don't want nothing to do with nobody because you came in and you gave them all one chance, and the first time they fucked that up, you was like, that's it. And to them, they ain't do nothing, and to you, you like you did too much, like whatever carried in on for our childhood, and they be asking you questions, trying to see what you remember, trying to see how much you gonna talk about or tell or what you gonna do, and when you told their ass you don't remember, they think you be playing because they remember everything. And they waiting for you to tell for them, protect them, to tell on them. They want you to do what you was doing for everybody when you was a kid. And you was not that person no more. You like, y'all protect y'all fucking self. Like, you still protecting you, Darian. You don't even know it. You protecting you from the whole damn family. Even the ones that say they love you. The ones that you don't know. The ones you have no idea that they exist. You protecting yourself from them because they all know who you are. They all know who you are. They all know. Some of them know the prophecies. Some of them see you and they just, girl, your name in so many circles. And you want none of them is in your circle. And they like so mad, and some of them happy about it. They want to keep your attention elsewhere. But like, that's because that's what they feel like they doing. And it ain't okay if that's just what you doing because you don't care because they think they important. In all their minds, they somebody from somewhere and something. They so special they done did something, and you come in, and to them like you ain't nothing, but you everything. Like, who does bitch think she is? She came from the dirt. Mama hated you something awful. We just like, how do you hate somebody, a kid, that much? But to her, you was never a kid. She never saw you as a kid. You was her competition. You was her. You was an obstacle. You was smart. You was everything but a kid to her. And damn, that was my mama. Like, she was my world. And to see how she talked about you and what she said about you, and even just her energy about you, because like, shit, everybody want to act like they all, nigga, we all witches. We all got some powers. We all know some shit. We all know how to work whatever we will know how to work. And shit, I ain't gonna put everything out there on this little internet. Girl, I would have had a ball with this thing. That's a good thing I died before this became a real thing, because my ass would have been in all kind of trouble. Got access to everything. Everything, you know, the shit that I was doing, like, oh, and I like to learn, like you heard me earlier, yeah, they got school, like, you could just figure out how to go to school for free. I would have been in all these people's school. I'm like, go ahead, Darian, sign us up for some classes, but I get it, you ain't got no energy, you don't even understand why. You don't understand why you ain't got no energy, because you just been sitting around. But that's how much fucking shit that our family been throwing at you and everybody else for whatever reason. Like, whether people started off helping you or they was helping you in the background, like, you don't feel none of it. All you feel is alone. And that shit hurt you at first for like 2 minutes. Your ass was like, what the fuck? I was already alone 95% of the time. Now it's 100%. But I guess I was alone most of the time anyway. Just a little shit different. Like, shifted a little bit. I thought I had people, even though I was saying I was by myself. Like, I had access. Now I just feel like I ain't got access. But that's okay, because now I don't want access. Now it's like, it's a reality. And I don't want nothing to do with anything that's ever been touched on my energy. And that's the place to be at. Like, how the fuck did I get here? That's when I gotta think, like, how the fuck did I get here? And then I gotta think, like, some people want me to, somebody trying to, like, it just be like my mind, like, okay, what can people gain out of this? Like, what can be gained out of this? So, am I too confident? Somebody think I'm too confident, or somebody don't think I'm confident enough? Because I don't think about shit like this. Like, I don't really think about what other people think about me, because, like, I don't fucking care. And I didn't know we were supposed to. We supposed to care what people think. Why would you care about what somebody else think about you? Like, how is it affecting your world if somebody else think anything about you. I don't know. But like apparently that shit's supposed to matter, but it doesn't. And on the flip side, like I don't really think bad about nobody. For what? For what? Like I got so much goodness in me, even though I done crawled through so much fucking muck. That like most people look at me and they either, and now for the first time I'm just realizing like for me it's even the first time it's the thought. Like I never really thought about how people looked at me. That I can remember. I can't remember ever a time where like really wondering if I did. That shit was a very quick moment a very long time ago because who the fuck got time to put on somebody else's energy? Hell fucking no. Hell no. So you want me to see me through your eyes? For what? What's that gonna do for me? If it ain't nothing fucking magical. If you ain't showing me how magical I am through your fucking eyes, I don't need to see nothing else. Like, nigga, you ain't hear me telling you this bitch was calling me bitches at age 9 and 10, 11, and 12, 13, like 14, so I left her house, like, and fucking beating me and taking me out to the strip, trying to tell me that I was gonna be a prostitute and to look for my, like, y'all ain't see how this bitch was treating Darian and then Nikki, like, cause she could only do so much with Darian. That's why they needed me to change my name and change my identity and change my energy and shit, cause all that shit mattered. And getting through multiple hells all the time wasn't enough, and I didn't even know they was hell. Like, oh my fucking goodness, it was just my life. So to see this fucking gorgeous ass, beautiful young woman, young lady, young girl, however you looking at me, warrior, soldier, general, leader. But I was just me. I ain't trying to do nothing. So to see me, how could you see anything other than fucking beauty and strength and amazement and whatever? Like, and especially the heart that I have, the mind that I have, the compassion that I have, the giving nature that I have, like the kindness that I am. Like I embody all this shit. And to like want to do anything other than treasure me and adore me and make my life easier, right? Because that's what I do to people that I care about. That's, to me, that's why else you gonna be in somebody's life when you don't have to be. Like, I'm not a kid no more. I don't have to be in your house. So like, if I'm in your house, I'm gonna be in your house and I don't have to be. And that's a message for me. If I don't like you, I don't stay around nobody I don't like, for real. Not for real. Not in my not in my immediate energy. Even when I was traveling, it was times, especially when I was in Madagascar, that was different for me because I was living with a white woman, but like we had a lot of stuff in common. But it was some times where some shit happened or some shit got said or I peeped something that I ain't like at all, and like I said something about it. I tried to be nice, and sometimes like it just, I probably wasn't gonna say something and then got a phone call at the right time and said it then. Cause I am a venter. Well, I used to be like, if I vent, if I get that shit off my chest, I'm good. Like it's already said now. And then the lady of the house walked past. I was talking about her. I wasn't trying to hide it though. Like she had pissed me off. She had said or did something that was really, really fucked up, and I was venting about it. And she walked past. I almost thought to stop. I did, because I wasn't really trying to hurt her feelings. But like something nudged me to keep going, and I kept going. Whether I felt like she needed to hear it anyway or not. Like, because I can't remember, but I felt like she was mean to one of the. I can't remember what it was. I feel like she was mean to one of the servants, or maybe she had been mean to me for no reason, or people be doing shit sometimes that don't have nothing to do with me. But when you do it to me, sometimes I have to correct, like, depending on how that shit resonate with me, I gotta correct it. Anywho. And some stuff I can't get away from correcting. It just be, I have to. It's intuition. It's whatever. But I don't know. Like I started this saying hey Frost. I just started this saying that I've been reflecting on like how I got here, what has shifted so much in my life, what somebody thought I deserved, what people throwing at me, what the fuck, because I know who I am. Can't nobody shift my perception of me and who I am and what I deserve at all. So I know that like I ain't really deserve that at all, no kind of way. But somebody felt like I did, because like she had support along the way. I don't care how you look at it. Getting to the VA, getting to my fucking apartment complex, getting close to me, the whole setup. And for somebody that don't got nothing but a heart to help everybody, whew. Ooh. Like, wow. Wow, where is my protection? And that's crazy because I ain't never thought about it. I always been my protection. I always been my protection. I never looked around and was like, damn, I am really unprotected. And then then I gotta look back like I lightweight been unprotected since I fucking lost my brother. And I lost my brother because me. I told Zep to go. I forgot how connected we was, and he saw everything in my head. I knew that fucking lady was trying to get him. Yvonne was trying to get my fucking brother. They was trying to put my brother with us. Do they know what that would have fucking did? Them niggas was trying to set us up. Because them bitches she would have got killed. Ain't no way in hell I would have let her put her hands on my brother, and ain't no way in hell my brother would have sat there and let her put her hands on me. So I was trying to think, I had all these damn scenarios, like y'all trying to break him, you trying to break me, you gonna try to use him against me, you gonna try to use him against me, or me against him. Like, I saw that shit had no good intentions, and I told Zep not to come. I said, hell no. And my brother said it hurt him. He knew that if I was telling him not to come, that I was going through some shit that I should not have been going through. And he was going to do whatever he had to do to get to me. Because who the fuck did they put me with? That he saw all that shit in my head. Like, nigga, y'all fucking took my sister and put her with who? I ain't know Zep saw that shit. He like, Darian, you always been so powerful. Your ass always just project images in my fucking head. Like, all the time. That's how I knew that nigga was down there about to try to rape you. Because you put that shit in my head, and I was up for days. Checking the locks, checking the doors. You do that shit now. Checking your locks, checking your doors, checking your windows. Like, I'm still trying to make sure you take care of yourself, because you right. All them niggas folded on you when they, like, everybody folded on you at some point. And for what? For what? Because they got scared, because they got mad, because Whatever fucking reason that anybody needed, even if. Because I keep thinking, like, damn, I must be missing something. So maybe I'm missing something and they back there, like, putting an army together. Or maybe somebody back there about to help me. And I just, like, I was too fast for them or something. Like, and then it's been a long time. And I'm like, oh, no. Something somewhere's happened so fucking bad that, like, I ended up here by myself because, like, I went through some shit in Georgia and got online and started talking. And in that, now I gotta think, like, damn, what the fuck did I talking about that I pissed niggas off? I talked about the police station, and I fucking meant that shit. Like, you should be making sure you know who the fuck patrolling your communities, and y'all and police stations need to do better because we see all this shit is messed up. I talked about my dad, and then I'm like, I ain't even calling him my dad no more, but like, I ain't even say his name, did I? Hell no, I didn't, because I don't rarely tell nobody his name. For what? Like, you trying to act like I don't exist, trying to keep me a secret? Well, then if the shots is for you, then they for you. If I fucking told my truth, I told my truth. What you mad about? So now I'm trying to think, because I'm like, either this shit been playing for a whole bunch of years, or like somebody went and found my enemy to get my enemy to come to me, and it was the perfect one. Like, so now I got to think about when I was fucking having my spiritual awakening, or when all this shit was happening, niggas was playing in my energy so fucking tough, so much that, like, I feel like niggas did some shit to me on purpose to make sure that, like, what they was trying to kill me, they was trying to fuck up my head, but instead my gifts came back. Like, or was somebody trying to make my gifts come back? Who the fuck knows? But like, niggas was all in my head, all in my fucking energy, and then this shit happened. So now I gotta go back, and I'm like, okay. So blasting my dad on the internet, talked about, I don't even know if I mentioned the church at that point, but I did. Talked about education, talked about the prisons. Like, so who the fuck got him pissed off so bad that I ain't got like no friends no more that I thought I had, but maybe that mean that maybe did I have any friends or whatever at all? Like damn. So like, if you never met Nikki and you looking at Nikki, is you looking at Nikki like, shit, that bitch like fucked up? Like, don't call me no bitch though, but you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, what kind of perception can you have? Because I don't ever look at, like, I don't never look at how nobody else look at my fucking life, because it's just my life. Like, my life is my life. I don't try to adapt to nobody. I don't try to do nothing but be fucking me, because anything else is exhausting, and I'm fucking awesome enough. Like, I don't question who I am or my intentions with nobody, and I just assumed that, like, I ain't have to question no intentions with nobody that was around me, that I placed around me. And then when this bro keep introducing to me to these niggas that's supposed to be my daddy, and they turn out to be doing like this, like, now I gotta just get that shit, figure that shit out, get it out my energy, and or sit on it, or like, I don't fucking know, right? Like, damn. So like, either this nigga got mad or his bro got mad because I was talking about her too. Like, she did what she did. All I did was tell my side of the story for the first time in, like, what, when they came in my life when I was, what, 25, I think. So like, I'm 42, so all I did was tell my story, and then I said some shit that was wrong with the fucking system. I guess it's political season, politics, like, whatever it is. That's what the fucking garbage the niggas sent my fucking way with this fucking stinking ass, funky ass, trifling ass bitch that should have been down in somebody's pit with her fucking mama. So they saying her and her daughter, and they planning shit to where they fucking move into my apartment, my old apartment building, and then I'm fucking talking about the shit. So what is it, a movie for us? Like, this shit is like a fucking movie. I just don't understand what's happening, and I see so much shit happening around me, and I can't fucking place it because, like, in my physical reality, there's nothing is coming up in my, like, news feed and shit. I'm like, something wrong with my phone, something wrong. I can't really see beyond what the fuck I can see, like. Only thing that come up in my news feed is what it come up in my news feed. Like, none of the shit from my past, nobody from my past really come up in my news feed. And then I'm like, but I don't even care. Like, I don't want to see nobody, so that ain't the thing. It's just like, my ass just fucking floating around with stars around. Like, damn, what happened? Okay. Well, it don't matter because I wanted to get the fuck up out of here anyway. But all the fucking tax I went through. I fucking ain't been able to work. I just like, I went from having all this shit lined up and working to get this shit together to like, what? What happened? And I'm still okay. Like, don't get it wrong. I'm still fucking okay. All the shit that's happening in my background, all the attacks that's coming for whatever reason, whatever else is happening, whatever the universe is working out for me, whatever my spiritual team is putting together for me, like, right now I'm right here. And I may not have been right here before, but I done been here before. I done been by myself. I done been in some what the fuck situations. I done been attacked. I done been bruised and hurt and fucking discombobulated and confused and like, this is my whole life for a long time. Not liked or not understanding, like, and then I'm like, this is happening for a reason. It's just somebody trying to figure out my life. Like, I hope somebody writing this shit down for my book. Like, I'm really reliving some of the scenes from my childhood, but for like, for what? Like, what is the purpose? Why did I have to go back through this obstacle course? But then you flip the perspective like I do, and I'm just like, damn, you know, how quick do I'm manifest some shit? Because I literally said on one of my shit a bunch of times, and then on my full moon ritual one time, like, I am done with this book. Like, I no longer want to have this book. I'm ready for my next book. Forget the next chapter. Like, this is the end of this book. I don't want anything left to do with that. I did the Pain and Promise. All of that was the Pain and Promise. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I thought about it. I was just sitting here, and my mind was going. I was like, okay. And I said that all this was part of the Pain and the Promise. That's fine. But seeing, like, I don't want nothing else to do with the Pain and the Promise. Like, I don't want nothing to do with this book as far as it being a part of my story in my life. Like, that book is closed. I can create a whole another book. I mean, I had a whole other bunch of books that's like unfinished. Like, I got some, or that they're gonna be finished now, but like, okay, all these. But I'm like, I'm done with this. This is what I want now. I'm ready for my next book of everything that I've been asking for, that we said that I can have, that it was time. It's time for it now. Like, I don't want to wait no longer. I've waited long enough. I've been patient long enough. I done went out the country. I done sat on this line with this man, and either he gonna come or he ain't, but clearly we about to get off of this. Like, whatever is happening, like, whatever is next, because I'm good. Like, I ain't sad for real. But like, I'm good. I'm excited. I'm ready for next. Like, shit, what we waiting for? Next book. The end. Next. That's all I said, and then boom, 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 boom. My ass started tumbling. Just fucking closed my eyes and woke up, and then it was like light and sunny, and then going through some shit and some dark moments, and then it was like, whoa, going through some wild moments and some factors, and then that shit just went to straight darkness. And like, I walked out of Georgia, and I walked out of darkness in Georgia. It's like, what the fuck? Came back home and started having to decompress from all that shit that had happened. Whatever the fuck I had went through, whatever had happened, I had to took some. I guess maybe I'm still decompressed. Then like, but it's just me. And then a couple times I got a couple people. One girl was living with me, and then the other one coming, and then I don't understand the energy. Like, you mad that she living here? You mad? What she do to me? Like, if you know she did something, why don't you tell me? Or like, why y'all beefing, and why you asking me about? Why everybody asking me where she, like, what's happening? Because clearly something going on, and y'all know something going on, and you even know something about what happened to me in Georgia, but ain't nobody saying nothing, but all y'all shit feel weird. And alright, so that's what we gonna go with then. Like, you, like, all this shit I don't understand what's happening. I feel like I'm in the middle of, like, some shit, and I don't know. And why she even there? Why she even there? Because I had told her she could come to help her make sure her money was right. Like, I don't know. I thought we was all cool. What's going on? So I was like that. And then then I get my house to myself, you know. And then it's like in June, yeah, in June. And then it's like okay, and then I'm just chilling and getting my energy. Like I'm just chilling in my own energy, in my own space, and being excited about what's next, and still trying to get my damn breath together because I can't do shit. I don't have no energy to do nothing. Then my mind just going, I'm like, what do I do to piss people off? Oh, I said slavery is a choice, and well, at the very definition of choice, and every time I say it, people get mad. Like, why do you think that the choice means anything between good and good? Ask me. Sometimes a choice is being a 14-year-old girl whose foster father has decided that he is going to have her because he decided that he wanted her, and it is laying in the bed watching TV with him thinking it's a cool moment because I forgot that I told them niggas. That's how I'm saying. Like, them niggas knew how to play in my mind and my memory. Like, I called out his ass that day at the fucking system, told them that he was fucking pervert, and then somehow that nigga changed up his aura and his personality so quick and so fast and was so patient that I forgot that I fucking didn't trust his ass enough to where I was laying in the bed with him watching fucking TV with nobody wasn't there, and that's when that nigga took advantage of that moment to decide that he was gonna have sex with me. But because I had already called his ass out, he was gonna be careful. He was gonna try to guide me into it. Start off by touching me, and you know, if he could get me hot real quick, because since he knew I had been touched, he like, yeah, she gonna be easy if I can get her body too hot before it click in her mind, then I can take her. That's what he tried to do, but like Mom Bomb was like, hell no, this old ass man to get him off of me, and my body was responding, and I sat there and I was like fighting my body in him, but I was not about to let him have me. And I bit that nigga, and then I fucking somehow kicked him in his nuts, and I got him the fuck up off of me. His big grown ass. I did, and I ran my ass out that fucking room and got up them attic stairs. Closed the door. And channeled my fucking brother. Or he channeled me. My brother was fucking there. From the grave, dead, whatever. Like, he was there. He thought I was on the phone. And since I ain't called for help, he knew I ain't had nobody. Then my ass ran away. So a choice is sometimes as simple as fighting your body and man, or just laying there and just let that shit happen and give in, because like your body is responding and it's this big nigga, and like you either gonna let fear, because for a moment I got scared for just 1 second, then I got mad. I got mad at myself, I got mad at him, like I feel like my body was betraying me. And then I fucking fought his ass and I got him off of me. And even though he was saying stuff and doing stuff and planned to, had every intention of still taking it, I fucking ran away before he could. Stayed gone for weeks. And in that time, I came across somebody that I wanted to hand myself to, who I wanted to have sex with for the first time. Because if I was going to do it, it was going to be my fucking way. And that ain't to take nothing against him. Like, I wouldn't have preferred to have been anybody else. My first time was special to me, like most people want. It was special, and it's probably why my ass be having a hard time now, because he made it special. He picked out music that I like. He paid attention to my ass. It's a disc changer, 3 CD disc changer, and we fucking had sex all night. All night long. And it was good, and it was, I didn't know what I was doing, but he knew what he was doing enough. Sheesh. Yep. So my first time was awesome. I ain't came across that again. I mean, I came across different stuff. I don't really compare. But I don't ever be satisfied, for real. Like, not quite. Even when I think I am, like, it's something that's different. Like, I wasn't drunk or anything off of him that night. It was just us. The other time I got to that, like, I was intoxicated. Any other time where that could have been a comparison, like, I was intoxicated to some degree, except for the one time with one of my other guys, chocolate self. Ooh, he was so chocolate. I love chocolate man. But then he played his card, like, I guess he played his cards just how he wanted to. His ass, when he got married on my ass real quick, I was like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. Did you do that on purpose? I didn't even think it was on purpose. Like, okay. Because, yeah, he just touched me for real. And I was like, oh, you grew up. Okay. I met you when you was a young thing. You went out and got your practice in and you grew up. Just to do that, and then just when he got married, I don't know, that shit hurt my feelings. And then it didn't. Like, it's like it just was another part of life. Another nigga that disappointed me. Another person that disappointed me. Like, when you get disappointed so much, you get over disappointment really, really quickly. Like, you get over shit quick, and then people be mad at how fast you got over some shit. What you thought? Like, I don't got time to be holding on to that. None of it. None of that. This shit either is or is not. I ain't holding on to none that ain't gonna make me happy. None that I ain't sending shit that's gonna make me sad for too long. Cause for what? And you showed me who you is and what you want, and so we ain't never gonna do it again. Don't worry about it. Like, we ain't never gonna have this opportunity to do this shit again. Cause I don't have to. You told me what you was gonna do when you got me. When I was open to you, when I gave you my heart. Like, them jokers used to be acting like they wanted my heart so bad. Just to do what? Play with it? What? Trying to make me, like, crazy and stupid in love to where I wouldn't let y'all niggas go or something? Like, trying to see how special I was to y'all because I was so hard to read? Shit, I told you was special. I try to act like you was special. I listened to you like I made you feel. If I ain't make you feel like, if you didn't feel special, I ain't know how to tell your ass that you was special. I tried to do the best I could, but like, half the time y'all didn't really make me feel that special. Y'all was special to me. That's like, y'all was special to me. All them dudes, they was special to me. I'm trying to think like who really made me feel special. How many times did somebody make me feel special? And it was so crazy because, like, one of the last guys that I had sex with, he was really special to me. To me, for whatever reason. It's just because he was him. Like, that's how it is supposed to be, right? People are special to you because they special to you. Whatever their energy does for you, it's supposed to be what it is for you because it's never going to be the same for two people. Even if y'all experiencing life together collectively and having a moment together, it ain't gonna be the same. Like, you gonna be to them whatever they see through all they shit. And I guess people think that because I've been through so much shit, I see people down here. But no, I can only see you how I see me, and I don't see me down there. Shit, I see me. I fucking tell y'all I'm a God. So how I'm gonna see you through any other eyes, especially if you in my vicinity this way, as other than fucking amazing, whatever that is. So that means that my higher self is communicating with your higher self, because I'm always in my higher self at any moment, the highest capacity that I have at that moment, because that's what I pray for. That's what I ask for. I've been asking for that for years, so now it's just a thing. Like, Thing that I embody. I ain't have to ask for it. I just embody it. It's just part of my life. So that means I can only interact with you on this frequency of your highest self. I don't even know what this version of you is. So like, even if you in my vicinity and I consider you special to me and I love you, like, even if the words that you saying is meant to hurt me, like, I don't really always hear it. Cause like, your highest self wouldn't do that to me. The self that I'm communicating with ain't gonna do that to me. And I know that might be hard for people to understand or comprehend or whatever. If that, that might be a different language. I don't know how to explain it. But like, I know what I've been through. But for me, it was just my life. I've been through it. I'm a fucking light though. Like, I'm golden. I'm different. I didn't realize how different I was. But like, it's just that. So when I tell you that you special, I thought this man was special to me, and I did stuff because of that. Like, he didn't do anything for me. Like, everything I did for him was because I was guided to do for him. Because at the end of the day, if I'm in any dynamic, whatever I do along my day, I have to do how my spiritual team guides me to do, whatever that is. Like, because that's what I'm being. That's my journey. That's my test. That's how I'm supposed to live life. However the fuck you receive that, or the world receive that, or what people do with it, or what they give back to me, really has nothing to do with me, and I don't fucking put that shit on, right? Like, I observe it, I listen to it, I see it, I hear it, I might touch it, and I might play with it a little bit, but do I embody it? Hell no, I don't have nothing to do with me. So that's that. Like, my interactions come from my interactions. So if I decide that I am attracted to you and I would like to spend time, more intimate time, and be with you or whatever, and you decide that you don't want to do that with me, at least at this time or whatever, like, I don't know. I don't read I read the energy how it is, because it's just like, so you don't want to take me on a date. All right, well, what do you want to do? Oh, you want to have sex with me? Well, I wanted to have sex with you too. That's what I already had told you that. So I guess that's what we gonna do. And then I'll tell you where I'm at each step of the way. So now I'm telling you that tonight I need to be held, and I don't want to just have sex. And now I'm gonna ask you if you can, if you want to, and if you able to provide me with that. And that you see what you're willing to do. Because like, I don't want to just have sex tonight. And I know if I just come over there tonight and I just have sex with you, then it's gonna have me in my feelings, and that really ain't beneficial to me. Like, why I'm gonna do that? Why I'm gonna put something in? Why I'm gonna just set myself up for some energy or for something that don't need to be? Like, I'm very in tune with myself. I know exactly what I need. So I'm gonna ask you what you gonna do, and either you gonna do it or you're not. And then when you tell me your decision, or if you don't say nothing, now I just got to sit with that and figure out what I want to do with that, right? Because like, at the end of the day, this is how I felt, and I reached out to you because I wanted it from you, from whatever reason. Like, I get something from you, I'm connected to you, your energy has me connected to this is where I want it. So if you decide that you didn't want to give it to me, now I have to go back to myself, and I'm like, okay, this is still how I feel. Do I still feel like that? Well, what do I want to do? And now I can decide if I'm going to go through my phone and find somebody else, or if I'm going to just sit with myself and fucking provide myself my own intimacy, and also allow my brain to, and my spirit and my soul to track down what that is and what I need in that moment beyond the intimacy. Like, what is it in this moment that's making me feel so like I need to be held and that I want? Like, what is it? And sometimes it just is, but if you search yourself deep enough, then you figure it out. And then, so that's what I do when in relationships and interactions with people. When some shit happen that I don't like, or it don't look right, or somebody do something that got me like, oh, okay, I go and I sit with myself. Like, why did that make me mad? She said that shit to me. But before I respond, let me think about why that shit made me mad. Because most shit don't even get to me, Nikki. Like, most stuff you don't even care about. It just passed right through your ass. Like, you don't even engage. So, what did she say that fucking made you mad that you wanted to respond and hurt that woman's feelings? Because you was going to go hurt her feelings for real. Just with your words, and you knew exactly how you could do. So, what was it? She said something about you're my daughter. That's still a soft spot for me. Okay. Now I need to look inside and figure out what that is right there that she said that fucking triggered me about my baby and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's how I naturally fucking that's just how my mind and my emotions flow. because it's not about the next person knowing me, it's about me knowing me. Like, I need to be able to know Nikki enough to where can't nobody really push my buttons, and where like I know how to articulate myself to the next person, because in listening to so many people, because people come to me all the time, what they used to, for therapy or conversations or advice, and all type of people. So I just learned to listen to people. And when I listen to people, I'm just like, people make up a lot of shit in their head. A lot of shit that people don't say or don't do or whatever. Like, people make up their own scenarios in their head. We live in our own total own universes and stuff, right? So depending on their experience, their mentality, their stuff, like, you say some words, they hear it all the time. So it's a lot of times where people come to talk to me about stuff, and I'm listening to them, and especially they other person, they significant other or they love, and I'm just like, hold up. Now, I only know this person. I only know all of this because of you. Like, I don't know them personally or whatever. Like, I'm just listening to you. And from what you've been telling me, like, what you telling me right now is untruth. It's not factual. It's not right. Like, based off what you've told me, they've been doing this, this, this. So they've been already showing you that you blah, blah, blah. And then you telling me this. So, like, actually, you might want to check out yourself. Like, you might need to fit, maybe you need some hobbies. Maybe you want too much from them. And then remember when you was this person, you said you wanted that. Well, now you got this, but you don't got that. So maybe when you next time you pray, you need to like be a little bit more specific. But now you got more information, you can be specific, right? So I take information from all my environments, and I'll just look at that shit, and then I figure out like what's needed for me to fucking manifest the life that I want to have. And I didn't ever think about if people do it or not, because shit, my reality looks different all the time. So when I think about the fact that I just got attacked by this fucking piece of nothing to me, like the demon from that bloodline, and I'm like, you definitely had to have help, which you did, because I'm like, you was working at the VA and you here, so you had help of somebody in the office at one point in time, which okay, because I've been beefing with the office about making sure that the property has been maintained and all this other stuff. So I'm just thinking about all these things and all this shit that could have been coming at me for trying to be light and for trying to do the right thing and for trying to help people, for trying to speak up for myself, and for loving my community, and for like telling y'all that like this shit ain't working, we need to do something different, and like we shouldn't be bringing kids into this, because at some point they gotta get older, right? And who knew that shit was offensive to people because they bringing kids into this? I ain't think about all that. Like, so now I've had a perception change, because I ain't even think about none of this before. I just walked through hell a bunch of times and had a whole shift in perspective and seeing shit for like the first time, and dropping relationships that I've had for years that apparently I guess was just holding on by a thread that I didn't even know, because here I go, hey. And then, like I said, the couple that was still in my reality, it was like the energy was different. Like, I don't trust nothing right now. And I said that many times, like, I don't trust nothing in nobody. So just go away until somebody willing to be truthful or open or honest. And that's just what it is. So it's me. And I guess I left myself vulnerable to attack, but wasn't nobody gonna do shit anyway. Because that's always been me against the world. Whatever that shit is, like, no wonder why I love Tupac. Shit. I was channeling with Tupac back in the day. Like, oh my gosh. I was born in the wrong fucking era, it feels like. Because all this shit I've been through, and like, this is where I'm at. And I know it's only for a moment, for this moment. But damn. Like, somebody felt like I was supposed to get hit. I was supposed to get attacked again. Niggas been throwing shit at me forever, and I just walked through them because I thought that shit was reality. Like, who's sending so much shit to me? And, like, don't nobody back there give a fuck that much to help me, or I guess not. Like, it's a good thing I never depended on nobody to, or expected anybody to do anything, but do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. That's all I let people do. And then I move accordingly, whatever people want to do. Because I'm going to do what I want to do. And if I feel like I want you in my life, I'm like, oh, okay, this is what you giving. Let me see if I want to take that. So I told that man, Like, that man told me I was special to him, and I just was like, how the hell? How am I special? Like, that's all that made me, like, this is being special to you. Like, I'm special to you, and this is as much as you got for me. Okay. Can't tell nobody how they feel or what's special to nobody. I can't tell nobody what they love is. I can't tell nobody what anything is. And that was some years ago. That was like, shit, I don't know. That conversation was one of the last guys I was messing with. That was like in 2019 probably. Cause after I came off my celibacy, I had sex like with one guy off and on for about 2 years, I guess, 2 or 3 years. But it was more off than on, probably like 10 times, if that. And then I came across like one of my exes, and I had sex with him, and then that was it. So I'm just like, you was special to me. You was special to me. I ain't really. It was what it was. Like, I ain't asked you to do nothing, but I was watching to see everything that you wanted to do. And you let me know that you ain't want to do nothing, and I was fine. Like, all right, but I had sex sometimes. And even when it wasn't okay with me, it had to be okay, so it's okay, because I ain't had nobody else that I wanted to have sex with. Then I'm like, I gotta get out this shit. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. I'm not supposed to be in Cleveland. This place is a fucking joke to me at this point. Like, why the fuck am I still here? Even when I leave, I'll just never ever have enough money to keep going, to stay gone. And then I just feel like I should have been married with a partner, because I deserve that shit, but not just anybody. Because I learned these dudes be wanting you to give them your heart and your mind and your soul before they give you anything. Because they know that if they can get your fucking heart, they get your heart. If you wear your heart and they get into your heart and they get into your mind like the right way, oh, they got everything from you. And I ain't letting them do it. I done did that. I had a couple of those, and I learned real quick. Oh, no, because they get into your shit, and them niggas they can stay in forever. Them tentacles, till you can figure out how to chop all them fucking octopus tentacles off your damn heart and soul and psyche and energy. Baby, they fucking stay there. Like, they be there. Hell no, I learned to be like, let me come across this shit a little bit more strategically. Let me be a little bit more aware of what's going on. Because even when I be seeing everything, sometimes I have to feel like I can't see nothing until later, until I get into a mode like this where my mind is like, oh, I saw that. I'm like, damn. I ain't never think like that. I never would have thought that was a thing, but I knew it from other people. Like, I seen how women could do and be to each other. Like, I was just like, none of that shit made sense to me. Like, everybody can be fly, whether you natural, whether you like to play in makeup, whether you like to play with your hair. Like, what we the creators, we supposed to do all this shit. Whatever you want to do. I'm more comfortable natural. So why you got to try to make me feel bad for being natural? Like, fucking go play in makeup if you want to play in makeup. Go get your body done if you ain't happy with your body. Why you trying to make me feel bad about mine? Whatever it is. Why you trying to tell, like, everybody trying to tell me what I need in the man to do, to not be myself. Essentially, y'all trying to tell me, like, I ain't gonna get a man as long as I'm being Nikki. Well, shit, I guess I'll be by myself, because I don't want to be nobody else. And I don't want to be with no man that want to be with anybody else but Nikki when he with Nikki. Like, shit, you gonna get Nikki. That's who the fuck you here with. And now you gonna get Darian. You can call me Nikki, but you gonna get Darian. Darian, Nikki, you can have one. There's multiple of me now. There's always been multiple of me, baby. But like, why would I want to pretend to be anything else? I tried that shit for 1 week when I was like, what? In my early 20s. I listened to, probably late teens, I listened to somebody. I listened to them, all of them telling me I was too friendly to the guys. I wasn't vulnerable enough. I'm like, what the fuck that even mean? I don't even know. I tried to not be one of the guys' friends for like a week. But it didn't even work. That shit felt so, I'm like, I gotta think about What? How does that even work? Like, you always end up in the friend zone because you just too cool. You just want homeboys. Well, I want to be with somebody that think I'm fucking cool and friends I want to have fun with. Like, and we could talk about everything because that's what all this problem is. Ain't nobody being honest about shit. So I want somebody that I can talk to about whatever and be honest with, because that's gonna fucking get the ball running. So hey, if I end up being the girl, the friend zone, but I'm the one that they telling what the fuck is going on, and I get to make decisions based off of that, then that's what I'm gonna do. Whether it's the whole truth, the full truth, or nothing but the truth. Like, and I'm a hold out too. And just because I'm so kind and sweet and special, people be thinking they have me. I'm pretty sure even Canada thought he had mine, and he did until he didn't. And I always said, I love you, but I love me more. I'm always going to choose me. Because it would be stupid to do anything else. You see what the fuck is happening right now? Who else was I supposed to choose? Me. Me at every fucking corner, even if that left me right here. Because in choosing me, I chose other people all the time. All the time, because I'm awesome as hell. And it is what it is. Until it ain't. Ooh.